I gotta go back to work. If I can get in my keys. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all ever try to like actually lock your house door with the car key? Or is that just me? Alright, so hopefully this automatically uploads like I thought it would. But let's talk about it because I'm actually considering it. Now, granted, a lot of this could be biased based on the fact that the people who told me this are friends of mine, uh, previous partners, previous love interests have told me this, that they think I'm good looking enough to start modeling. Now, okay, there we go. It had went out for a second. But yeah, it honestly seems like the older I'm getting, though, I'm getting better looking. Which, especially dealing with black men, like that's a thing. That is a thing. We just get better looking. But oh shit, my bad. All right, so while I'm on the way to work, cause we gotta talk about this. What would be the absolute like? Is it possible? Is what I'm trying to say. What is? Why is that beeping like that? Oh, my door. There we go. Anyway, is it possible for me to actually do that? I don't mean just to physically doing it, yeah, because like I do have confidence in my looks. I do. That's what the only thing I got confidence in nowadays. But like, could I see myself actually doing that? I don't mean like a runway model. Like I said, I'm not good looking enough for that. But like, because I feel like it's levels to it. Now, yes, the modeling world is starting to embrace more like different looking people of different shapes, sizes, different facets of life. We have models who are handicapped now, plus size models. We have people who have skin conditions. So it's turning for the better. It is. But like when I think of models, I could never see myself on like a runway. Those people like I'm too muscular for that. Like you got to be like paper thin skinny. Like I'm a slim man, but like there's a muscular build to me. So body wise, I don't see it. And then like the mentality behind it, I hear is cutthroat as hell. Like one of the most cutthroat, one of the most cutthroat industries in the country. I don't know about other places. It's probably the same or worse in other places, but here I hear it's pretty bad. The things they say and do to these women and men is downright disgusting. So I'm pretty sure I'd be able to navigate that though, like disrespect wise. I wouldn't put up with that shit. Like anybody who met me, y'all know I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't give a fuck who it is. But you gotta have the personality to be a model, and I don't know if I have it. That, and from what my homeboy Jamie told me, he said that places like the Art Institute of Orlando, they'll pay you a couple $100 for an unlimited amount of times that you do it. They'll pay you a couple $100 to pose naked in front of one of their art classes. You know how people draw you and shit. I thought about that. I was like, could I do that? And I thought about it, I was like, well shit, there's sex tapes of me and like other people all over the goddamn internet anyway, and I put those up for free just for fun. So I'm like, yeah, I could do it for a couple $100. Sure I could. Right? Saying it is one thing, doing it is another. I actually do think I could do that. But that's not the same thing. That's like the same, that's damn near like you go and like donate plasma. Like anybody can do it. But anybody can't be a model, so I don't know how that will work. But I don't know. I do think I'm getting better looking. Cause I'll be 30. I've said this a bunch of times in my videos, but I'll be 31 next month, right? And at 31, I do believe, like, I don't know, my face is changing, my body's changing. I don't have the same energy that I used to have, which honestly is normal. But could I do something like that for money? Because like we all know, it's extremely lucrative. It's extremely lucrative. I mean, I saw one of these gigs on there, man. It was $1,500 a day for a body improvement project to stand, like just to stand there in front of a camera shirtless. Like I could definitely do that. And then some of the other ones, like being in a commercial or being an extra on, uh, being an extra on movies, they would pay them to run around screaming or get knocked over or bring one of the actors a drink or something like that. Like you would think about that, like you did that 6 or 7 times a week. That's a lot of money. Nowadays they pay them 10 times that. You'll get paid like $4,000 to be a background character, to be basically an NPC in a video game, right? Just walking around, or you'll say like one line, or you'll hold the door open for somebody. Like I could do that. Granted, where I currently live will make that a challenge, but I don't know, I could do that. I just want to know if that's like possible for me though, because I'm pretty sure they film a lot here in Florida, just not in my current city. But I don't know. Like this one, I guess they had like an executive or whatever that worked for my favorite store that I shop at, Zoomies. They came down to, what is that? They came down here. I think it was in the Avenues Mall. Yeah. And they were looking for people to be like on some of their promo ads. And like, they did like these promotional posts and stuff like that. And they're like, well, you look like the type of person that we're looking for, body wise. Now, me personally, I'm short. Like I'm 5'6", right? Usually models are very, very tall. But since the idea behind it is changing, and since it's a skate shop, I realized most skaters are on the shorter side. So they were like, would you consider doing it? And at the time, I never possibly could see myself doing it. So I was like, I don't know. You know, I'm like, I don't know if I could. Because again, I'm thinking about the stigma behind it and how they are very traditional in what they look for in a model. But I don't know, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Now, obviously, this will get automatically uploaded, so I'm pretty sure like people will be able to go back and watch it after the fact while I'm driving back. Speaking of driving back, this is so weird. I'm right-handed, right? I'm very right-handed, but it feels way more comfortable for me to drive with my left hand. I don't know why I mentioned that, but yeah, I noticed that because I'm like holding the phone on my right hand. But yeah. Now I have a friend, my friend Travis, who is going into being a voice actor. Now that is something I also thought about doing, but I don't know. I don't know if I got a voice. Now I'm pretty sure I don't have a voice for that. Like my speaking voice is okay, but to the point to where I would play multiple characters, I don't know if I could do that. But the reason why I mentioned him is because he was one of the first people who told me that I should give it a try. I should give it a shot. There's like this modeling agency website called All Casting. They do both movies, they do promotions, they do campaigns, they do fundraisers or whatever, and they look for models. And obviously you got to post like headshots, you got to post like pictures of yourself, and then they'll ask you like, what are you willing to do? I'm pretty much willing to do any of it, whether that be clothed or unclothed. I don't really care about that part. But the part that I don't know, because I know they say you gotta like pay for them to book you into stuff. That's okay. But when it comes to the point where I gotta get like a manager or an agent or something, that part I don't know how that would even start. Because from what I read, having somebody be your manager and having somebody be your agent are two different things. Somebody could be your manager who is just a close friend of yours who actually cares about your well-being. Like they really care about, you know, your ability to succeed as a businessman or businesswoman or business person, however you want to put it. So that you don't need to go to college for that. You don't need any prior experience. You just need to know a good talk game, answer your phone all the time, and it'll be your job to get your talent, which would be me in this situation, booked for projects. That's a manager. That could be, you could be a day manager, right? An agent, that's something a little different. It's very similar, That's something a little different. Usually those people will intern at like a really big agency, whether they got a college degree or not. A lot of them do have college degrees, and then it goes way more in depth than that. I'm talking, especially if you're like a professional athlete, they know your stats, they know your position. Like if you play, let's say, if you play running back in the NFL, they know everything there is to know about running backs, right? A lot of them used to be former journalists for certain professional teams. A lot of them used to be scouts, and because they have that knowledge and they transition more into an agent, they can steer you better based on the market of somebody in your profession, based on your current production, based on your public perception of you. And somebody being like me who literally could give a damn about what anybody, friends and family included, actually thinks about me, somebody who really does not give a shit, I don't know how that would work. Because being a professional or being a celebrity, you have to kind of care what the public thinks of you. You do have to kind of care, because ultimately it's the public who's the reason why you're getting paid. So you have to, in a certain way, play to somebody else's tune. You kind of do. And if you don't march to a tune and stuff like that, it's going to be extremely difficult for you, or damn near impossible for you to make a name for yourself. That's why, like, a lot of actors, when they first get started, they take a lot of weak projects that they don't really like, or they'll take something that's like super controversial to get their name out there. Like, you got to do the dirty work first, which I would be willing to do that. Like, if it's modeling, like if they wanted me to like model for like a deodorant commercial, hell yeah, I'll do it, because I never thought I'd get this far, right? But if it came to the part where they were like, oh yeah, we want you to promote LGBTQIA plus campaign, and we want you to kiss a guy on camera, I can't do that shit. Like, I cannot bring myself to do that. That compromises who I am as a person. So stuff like that, and then things like, oh, are you homophobic, gets thrown out, and then next thing you know, your reputation is ruined, so it's hard for you to get booked. So I don't know how that will work, because it's not just standing in front of a camera. It's a lot of airports and hotels, and a lot of conversation, a lot of handshaking, a lot of sitting in front of people listening to stuff that you don't care about. Like, it gets tricky. So it's not just the basics. It's not just sitting in front of a camera, because, like, yes, most people can do that. Most people cannot be a model. But yeah, I mean, like, the normal stuff, like, would I be willing to like cut all my hair off? Would I be willing to like I said before, would I be willing to pose naked? Would I be willing to travel? All those are yeses. Would I be willing to cover up my tattoo? I'll do that. Would I be willing to do porn? I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that. Like, I got a family. Like, not my own family. Hold on, let me get that out. I don't have my own family, but I have, I got siblings. I got a mom. I got a dad. I got nieces and nephews. I can't, I can't have that out there like that. Not for that amount. Like, what I've done in the past, that was just for fun, right? And I'm technically, career wise, I'm nobody. So it's not really gonna sour me. Now, if I were to get like famous, yeah, that would sour me. That would mess me up in the long run. But other than that, man, no, I do think I could do it, I guess. I would need somebody who really knows this. That was on me. I would need somebody who really knows this this industry, and I would absolutely need somebody who not only knows how to steer me best, but if I were to run into some type of controversial issue, won't just bail out on me because of public perception. Because perception is, how people say, oh, I live my truth. There is no such thing, right? I've said that so many times in my videos. There's no such thing as living your truth. There is only the truth. And what you're considering living your truth is perception. Perception is cool and all, but it's not reality. Your perception is your reality, but you're one person. You're one out of 8 billion people. So, what you think about yourself is all well and dandy, but like when you have a normal job, right? A lot of jobs are becoming more employee oriented, but at the end of the day, they're not going to let you compromise their money, especially if it's a big company. Like if they got to sacrifice you to maintain the integrity of their business, they absolutely will. So like if I ever get into a situation where I get accused of some shit, I need somebody who says, no, I know this man, I vouch for this man, I'll get this man a lawyer, I'll get this man a PR guy or a PR woman or a PR person. If we got to do like a puff piece to clear up this person's name, I'll do that. But I won't just abandon them at the drop of the hat. Like finding that person to help me with a potential modeling career would also be an extreme challenge. But I've swore to myself this year, 2023, I was going to try some things I had never done before. And one of those things that I mentioned before on some of my live streams on Twitch is that I want to get a dog. I really want to get a dog this year. I don't have an issue with cats. I don't. My ex-girlfriend's cat Salem, he used to love me. My other ex-girlfriend's cat Katina, she used to love me. So I don't have an issue with cats, but I'm more of a dog person. And for some reason, especially girl dogs, I mean and I mean this, they drool over me. I don't know what that is. Somebody told me something though. They said if your spirit is off, animals and children would avoid you like the plague. And it's always been the exact opposite for me. People's kids flock to me. People's pets flock to me, right? So I guess that helps. Potentially plan on doing, but one of those things I want to try, I've never done before, absolutely is, I don't know, if I want to get my face out there, because it is a nice face, I do have a nice face. If I really want to get my face out there, I can try it. I could try it, you know. I would spend a little money to literally get my name out there. I could try it, but to be like a full-time model, I don't know. I'm a designer at heart, man. I design clothes. I don't know if I could, commit myself to something that I know very little about this stage in my life, because I am going on 31 in March. I'll be 31 on March 28th. I don't know why I stammered when I said that. Like I don't remember my own birthday. It's just a simple fact that saying it out loud is weird, because I've always looked younger than I actually am. Right. I've always looked younger than I actually am. Like I could pass for what, 19? But now that I'm growing, like you see this is the most facial hair I've ever had. Now that I'm growing more facial hair, it's starting to kind of show a little bit. But I don't know, maybe this might work. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. Let me know if I could possibly do this. I eventually got to call back in soon because I was on lunch break, even though I didn't even eat. But I just wanted to get this out there, talk about this freely, to see where, if anybody were to comment, what you guys think about for the people who've actually been watching me, like my personality, whether or not you feel like I'm infectious enough to people around me, if people gravitate towards me, if I'm a decent enough conversationalist, if I'm a people person enough to be able to explore this potential, side career of mine, because things are getting more expensive. We're all trying new things. We're all experiencing stuff that we were either afraid to do before or just didn't think it was in the cards for us. And, I've been single since September, so I don't really have anything that would like actually hold me back from doing it, except for actually going to do it. And then, find time off from work. Oh, crap. Please don't hit my car. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like one of the new managers almost backed into me while I was parked. Okay. Anyway, but on a side note, if I were to get called by somebody and they say, hang on, something, what you said, whoever that was. Okay. Well, like I said, I think I can, but thinking you can and knowing you can and believing you can, all three of those are different, right? Literally all three are different. And as you guys can tell, like, because I'm perpetually by myself, that is a word, right? Yeah. I'm almost always by myself, relationship wise. I chose in the middle of last year to start increasing my sex appeal, because if I can't, and since I get starved emotionally by my partners usually, spread out over the course of the last 15 or so years, because I'm always starved by that. If I don't have a relationship that actually work, at least I could do is make other people, look like physically, make them look at me or something like that. Like, get something out of the deal, right? So I thought about it. I was like, well, how could I increase my sex appeal? So I got rid of the glasses, obviously, wearing contacts. I always hated wearing glasses in the first place. I started wearing 2 earrings instead of just the one. Like this one I bought back in December. I plan on getting sleeves, but I don't know how. Like if I get sleeves, I don't know if I can actually model, because I know they want, usually traditionally speaking, they want your skin to be as clean as possible. So we'll look into that. I've been trying different hairstyles. Like I straightened my hair these past couple months. I've worn braids. Um, I've definitely been running a lot more. Like I've always been chiseled underneath my clothes and stuff like that, but I'm trying to maintain it now, right? Maintain it even more. There's that. And what else? I know I straightened my hair a while back, and I wore it in curls, like, and then the reception that I get from people around me is usually pretty good, even from total strangers. And then some people don't like it, like I had a guy, it was on Facebook, so who gives a shit, right? I had a guy call me a coon because my hair was straight. He said, no, excuse me. He said I was a sellout, and then he called me a coon because he said I wanted to be white because I straightened my hair. Let me tell y'all something. Not now, nor have I ever wanted to be anything other than black. Let's be real. Black people, we set the standard for what's cool. So why the hell would I not want to be something I already am? Anyway, there was that. And then of course, like, people say racial shit when they see you do anything that they consider not traditionally black. The things that I wear, the things that I say, the way that I speak, usually people say stuff like that. And then when I start wearing my hair different, oh my God, some people just came in and they were completely nasty. Glasses was never the problem. They were for me. I don't like wearing glasses for multiple reasons. One, I do look in the mirror and I look at myself and I feel like I'm less attractive. Two, they fog up when you go and you switch from extreme temperatures from hot to cold. And when I'm doing an activity, because I'm an active person, I skate, I run, I exercise, to do mixed martial arts, they'll fall off your face. You can't play football wearing glasses unless they're the goggles, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. So yes, glasses were always the problem with me. Huge bonus that I've always had are my teeth. I remember I had to go have my teeth cleaned when I was like 13, and they took this hook, like had some plaque on the inside of my bottom row, like on the back of my teeth, that was kind of deep down in there. Then it took like this long sharp ass hook and went to scraping my gums. That shit was one of the most painful experiences I've ever had. So since then, I decided I'm not gonna let that happen again. So I keep my teeth nice and white. As you can see, I keep my teeth nice and white. That's when I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit anymore. So much so now that people, when they see my teeth, they think that I've worn braces at some point in my life. No, I've never worn braces. That's not me. You shit. I actually think they're actually really, really cute on women. I don't care about dudes having braces, but like girls, when they have braces, oh my God, right? When girls have braces, they are so fucking cute. Oh, like, have you ever seen, God, what's her name? Was it Honey Cocaine? She had bro, she was so fucking adorable when she had braces. I don't know if I can't remember if she ever took them out, because she like hasn't been in front of the camera like that recently. But her, bro, that and the fact that she also had dimples with it, yo, that woman knows she was fine. I'm sorry. But no, I've never worn braces. I've never had any like augmentations or anything like that. I've never had any mods. I don't believe that. I don't believe in it personally. Other than me having earrings, I wouldn't do that to my body. It's just not to knock anybody who does. It's just I think I already